I'm going to present the call for proposals, and actually, don't worry, I'm just going very fast through a refresh of what is already there, and then I will focus on the new call for proposal, that is the CHRONOS call for proposal. You all know, because I recognize almost all of you, you already know what is that we have in place nowadays at CSCS. There is always the preparatory project phase, the development project, a production project, and then the CHRONOS new call for proposal. So basically, you all know, preparatory project, you want to test something new on our systems, you come to us, you write one page, and we read it, we give you the okay, and you go on the system. Then we have development projects. Of course, there are also people that need to develop their codes, so they don't need huge allocations. They just need to write a proposal to let us understand what they want to do. And then, once again, if it's what you are telling us is reasonable, we give you access to the system. Then we have the user lab production project proposals. Many of you have submitted proposals already in this scheme, so you know it's true that you can submit these proposals at any time, but there are still deadlines for submissions, and there is a reviewing process that takes some time, so you have to wait until, stick to these deadlines and wait until the right time comes. And then the CHRONOS proposals, and I will give you all the detail a little bit later. So if you go on our webpage, you will find already the deadlines for the regular production proposals out there. This is what's going on at the moment. You see the 16th of September, we meet with the panel committee, and that week you will receive if you have submitted a proposal, you will receive the letter about the results, the final recommendation and decision about your proposals. The deadlines for the next two calls are already there. You will have an October 11th, 2013, it's the coming month, and then the one after that is in May 11, 2014. So as I said, these are already available online. I'm just refreshing a little bit. Preparatory project, I already said, is 3 months. You just write one page, you go. I think due to the increase of resources that we have there, we will probably have to increase a little bit also the allocation for the preparatory projects. The production projects, when you receive my emails telling you that the machine is down, it's not because we throw it out of the window. As it says here, we don't have windows in our machine room, so that's safe. The systems are safe. But I just refresh you a little bit what this is about. You know, you can submit proposals that run from 1 to 3 years. The allocations have always to be for the first year and not over the 3 years or 2 years. So 1 year allocation request. And you have to give it, if you want to submit, I really want to stress this, if you want to submit multi-year projects, you have to have a research plan in there. So because you have to tell us what is that you are planning to do. You know the reviewing process. This is just, once again, we do a technical review at CS. The CSCS staff does a technical review, and then we have 2 reviews per proposal, done by peer reviewers that are basically from the field of expertise. And then we have a panel committee that sits together and give recommendations. And the final saying, it's always, of course, the director of CSCS that can actually intervene if he thinks that something has not been done well or correctly. The development project, I'm not going to say much about this. The development projects, of course, are meant either for testing something new on our current system or for testing something on our new system, the development system, the prototype that we will usually offer or have been offering so far. Toddy is not a prototype anymore, but has been a prototype because it was the first one having the K20X NVIDIA GPUs on it, so you could go there and test it. And the reviewing process, as I said, it's lighter if you submit smaller project and goes via the regular reviewing process as if it's a large project. And now we come to the new call for proposal. So the CHRONOS call for call for proposal. CHRONOS stands for Computational Intensive High Impact Research on Novel Outstanding Science. So this should already give you an idea of what is it we are really asking you to do. So this is a new challenge that we want to open, not only for a Swiss researcher, but actually for international researcher. We hope that CHRONOS will become something like the Insight call for proposal that probably many of you are familiar with. So the CHRONOS call for proposal is here, just to make clear, I underlined the differences basically with what is the standard program that we have here at CSCS. So CHRONOS is an annual call for proposal. You will have one time per year where you can submit your proposal. And these are for high impact, challenging problems that you have and that you need a lot of resources to solve. You can, once again, you can submit up to 3 years proposal, and everybody can apply who has, of course, a research position in a Swiss institute, in research institute, not necessarily Swiss. So, as I said, and this is really, really important, so who can apply for a CHRONOS program? Whoever has a scientific problem that really requires a lot of resources to be solved. So you have to come up, you have to need a minimum of 30 million core hours per year. Yes? Yeah, wait until the end. Yours. I'll have a slide on this, so I'll come back to this. If it's fine with you, I'll answer in the end. And then, as I said, challenging scientific idea that can be also risky. I mean, you have to take some risk if you want to achieve something new and interesting. And of course, because of the nature of this new system that Thomas has just presented, we would like really to see proposals that are ready to use GPUs, or at least have a clear plan to be able to use the GPUs, so these graphics cards. Also, this is very important. This CHRONOS call for proposal is just for PITS dying. So you have to be aware that you can only ask for this new system that is going to be ready by April 1st, 2014. The description of the project. So if you have submitted production project at CSCS, you are very familiar with this description, and this has not really changed. So you have to really state in more details than usual what you want to do. So this proposal is more demanding than the production proposal. So we don't make your life easier, but rather a little more tough, because you have to be aware you are asking for a lot of resources. And these resources might not cost money to you, but they as Thomas pointed out, they are a lot of money for in terms of power and everything that entitles. So what are the difference though? You have to write now at least 15 pages proposals with much more detailed and up-to-date details, please. I mean, we don't want to see benchmarks and data from that you run on the Cray XT5, like I still see for the production proposal that we submit nowadays. So this is really something important. And you have to have a detailed description of the scientific problem that you want to address, and it would be really nice if you can also describe the path that you are planning to follow to solve your problem. As I said, it's important if you can demonstrate, if you cannot immediately use the GPUs, that you can have a plan of need for GPUs. The standards are higher than the regular call for proposal. So you have to submit excellent proposals, and you will be reviewed from day one by 3 peer reviewers rather than 2. Up to now in the regular program, we only ask for the 3rd opinion when the first 2 are controversial. Here we go already for 3 opinions. And as I said, once again, this is just 1 call per year. The reviewing process is very similar to what we already have in place. So CSCS staff will do the technical assessment of your proposal. Then there will be 3 reviewers reading your proposal and giving a scientific assessment of your or merit of your proposal. And then there will be a final panel committee who will meet again and give a recommendation, a ranking of all the proposals that have been submitted. Deadlines. So the deadlines at the moment, they are overlapping with the regular call for proposal. So October 11th is the coming deadline to start on April 1st, 2014. And if you are ready, if you want to think 1 year more, in 1 year time, your deadline will be October 10th to start again April 1st, 2015. Now to come back to your questions, so this is the currency, the node hour, and this is how we are planning to charge for the node. So Sandy Bridge counts as 16 cores. Of course, we have 8 cores and 16 hyper-threading, and this is what we are going to charge for the GPUs. I stress it already here, so you already know why the reasoning. We could have chosen the 32 numbers that we are all more familiar with, but just this is the currency comparable to Titan. And on our webpage, yes, on the www.cscs.ch, there is all this information. Of course, for the moment, the information are really basics, but we are going to build it up and give more and more information in the future. And we are also planning to organize some webinar where users can interact with us and giving feedbacks on how to write proposals. At the moment, we offer also, of course, you can always send us a draft if you send it well in advance, and we can read it, go through it, and give you feedback before the deadline is coming. But as I said, if you want that, you really need to do it well in advance. And I think that with this, I have said everything I needed to say.